Scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back today with day number 11 of 30 days of sketches. And I just showed you the sketch that I'm doing, and it is a double page layout. So I have a ton of snow photos, which if you know anything about me, I absolutely love scrapbooking snow photos. What I was going to do was turn the first page of this double page on its side. And so what I decided to do was kind of cut it out so then I would remember, oh yeah, I want to do it on its side. I don't always do that, but this time I was like, I kind of need a reminder. So I have these 3 large 4x6 photos that I will end up cutting down a tiny, teeny bit. I think to 3x4s maybe, or something like that. Then I also am going to have 2 3x3 photos to the right. So here I am going to start bringing in some of this pattern paper. This is the Snow and Cocoa collection, which I have a ton of this collection. So I am trying to make a dent in this collection, and it's kind of working a little bit. So, yeah. I decided to bring in this pretty plaid paper, and then I am also on a kick to ink edges right now. So I am using my Blossom, I think that is my Blossom, Close to My Heart ink, which is a nice, pretty, kind of pinkish color. And I'm going to glue this down to the background. And then I'm going to place my photos back down. And I actually don't matte these photos. Now that I'm looking at it, I kind of wished I had matted them with some pink paper or something, but it's okay. It still looks good. And then now I'm going to start gluing everything down, which probably takes the longest amount of anything on this layout because there are lots of papers and photos on this layout. It's kind of crazy. So I'm gluing down this little strip of pink pattern paper, inking the edges on the blue paper. And then this is where I am going to decide to bring in another photo. I feel like just having that one isn't enough, and the sketch does actually call for 2 photos right there. So I decide to put it down, and then I'm going through the photos and I find more, and so I decide to bring in another one of Brennan and Mark racing. So you will have seen the layout that I made a few days ago called Burr. That is the same trip, sledding trip, in our neighborhood that we took as this. So this is just a continuation of that sledding trip. And this one has almost used up all of the photos. I still have a ton of photos from this one day. I absolutely love snow photos. They're so fun to scrapbook with, and snow collections, they're so much fun. Okay, so now here I am thinking, okay, I need a white enamel dot and a brad. So I go into my enamel dots, like homemade enamel dots and buttons storage, and I do find a brad and a white homemade enamel dot, and I pull it out and I'm gonna glue the homemade enamel dot onto the brad. I think I actually already did it. Then I'm gonna glue down this chipboard piece that says Burr, and then I'm gonna glue down the snowflakes, and that's so pretty. I love this pink with this teal blue kind of minty color. It's so pretty. And then I'm gonna bring in this cute little bear, and that's gonna be a nice little embellishment there on the bottom. And then I'm going to come over here to another cluster area. I'm gonna put down this cute little tag that says "so much fun." I'm also gonna glue down a snowflake and a wood veneer piece right there. So now I'm moving on to the second page, and this is where I decide to actually change this side of the layout. At first I was thinking I would just continue on with that plaid paper, and I kind of actually do wish that I would have done that, but I was kind of like, I don't know, in a rebellious mood. So I had this super teeny tiny photo of Brennan and Mark racing and how they're going in like two completely different directions. And it was small enough that I could mat it so that it would stand out off of that photo. And then I'm going to put it up in the left-hand corner of this photo of Brennan racing Mark and Tinian. So here is where I'm matting this photo, and that just works out so perfectly, and I absolutely love that cute little addition. So I'm going to glue down this pink paper, which I did not remember, and I'm just noticing this now. I didn't remember to ink the edges on it. That's kind of funny because I did it on the other page, but not on this one. So I'm gluing that down, and then what am I gonna? Now this is another area where I kind of change up this sketch. So the sketch calls for kind of like a diagonal design with some smaller photos. And I decide to just keep it straight and simple. It was going to be too much work to turn everything sideways, and I don't even know if I could have fit it all on if I had done them sideways, because I am doing different sizes than the sketch calls for. But I really love how this turns out. I'm just adding some snowflake pattern papers to the empty spaces, and then I'm just gonna glue everything down. And I just love it so much. It's not the most perfect layout, but this collection just makes me so happy. So now here I'm shuffling through my photos again. I just felt like that middle area needed another photo. So I am cutting this one down, and this is another one of Mark and Brennan racing and how far off they ended up from each other. One was on the left side and the other was on the far right side, and so it was just kind of funny. So I decide to mat that photo. Sorry, I needed to change my ATG gun. So I'm gonna mat the small photo on blue paper and then pink, and that turns out really awesome. I love it. And then I'm gonna bring in a couple of snowflake embellishment pieces. There you go. And I thought about doing that. I didn't really like it though in the end. So I'm going to bring the snowflakes to the front. One of them is going to go at the top photo at Brennan's feet, and then the other one is going to go at the bottom of the middle photo. I'm not sure where it went. So now I'm going to start gluing down all of these photos and just pieces of pattern paper. I'm not going to make you watch it all though, because it is very tedious. Okay, now I have everything glued down, almost. I still need to glue down the ornament. But I am really happy with how this is turning out. I decided to bring out some more of the white homemade enamel dots and put those in the center of the snowflakes. And then I'm also going to bring out some Nouveau embellishment drops, or I think they're just called Nouveau drops. And this one is like crystal aqua or something like that. And I am just making a bunch of little enamel shape clusters, and I just really love how this turned out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this double page process video. Also, make sure that you check out all the links below. I know there's a lot of them, but I would appreciate it if you would send them love and tell them how much you are enjoying this series. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.